Welcome everybody back to another exciting episode of FlawlessDreams Radio Show with your girl Lily the Goddess. How are you all doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. This weekend's going to be exciting, I'm pretty sure, for a lot of you. Hey. Who do we have in the comments section that is like excited about tonight's episode? We have Lizzie. Hi, welcome to the show. How you doing, beautiful? Oh my goodness. It's been crazy over here, crazy busy. I like to stay busy. I'm a Sagittarius. I can't stay still. What's up, little ninja? Can't wait. Yay, let's go. Me neither. I know. I'm really nervous because I'm nervous excited. I'm nervous excited. Yes, we have Jasene tonight, ladies and gentlemen out there. Please hold on tight. Because not only has she accomplished so much so far and she deserves so much celebration, but she's actually working on some more projects as we speak. And as per usual, artists never sleep. And I didn't mean to rhyme. It was completely natural. So without further ado, I would love to welcome this amazing guest to the show tonight, Miss Jasene. How you doing, gorgeous?
Hi, everyone. What's up?
So
how's everyone doing tonight? Oh, I'm feeling good. I've been anxious. Yay! But a good anxious, of course.
Of course. So first I want to congratulate you for working on a song with your mama over here. Yes. Journey of Love. What was that like when you were working on that one?
It was fun. I know that we have a lot of behind the scenes actually to like when we were creating the song and the lyrics. And we had a lot of funny moments actually coming up with the lyrics. Some of them that we still ended up using, we were laughing at. We were like, oh, this is good. This is a good terminology. And overall, we just had a really good time and we had fun. So, that's the main point of it, of course. Having fun.
And do you have any other songs in the works?
Yes, I have so many songs in the works, and I have a few raps that are in the works, and I'm just excited to get it out there. But of course, I've been bouncing around from film to music to my own content to working. It's being multi-talented is not easy.
It's just such a thing, isn't it? Would you let everybody know? I'm gonna let you take the stage for a minute. If you could just let everybody know where they can find you on all social media platforms. Beautiful.
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram at Jasene_Cruz. I do most of my posting on there. But if you want to know what I'm doing behind the scenes, like when I'm editing or filming something at that second, you can follow me on Twitter at Jasene_Cruz. And of course, check out my YouTube channel at Jasami.
Awesome. I hope everybody remembers that. Go ahead and follow her on all social media platforms. This young lady is doing so much for her career. And you started at the age of 4, correct?
Yes. You could practically say I started in the womb since you were even on stage when you were pregnant of me. I was in the belly.
Yes. I had to make sure you had those. Lizzie says, you are so inspiring. I am so proud of you and always wish you the best with all you do.
Oh, thank you, Miss Lady.
Pulling at the heartstrings just a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, and may I add something really quick?
Go right ahead.
You could also follow me on TikTok. I do mostly unboxing ASMR content on there. So you can follow me. It's _Jasene_Cruz Jasene.
That's a lot of underscores.
Yeah, I had to put the underscores because for some reason somebody somehow had my name. I don't know.
Which is strange.
How
dare you? How dare you? What are you doing with that name? That is a unique name. It really is, because a lot of times you'll see people, they have the name, but it's spelled or pronounced differently, so there's only one you, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She says, you are welcome, baby doll.
Aww.
So I know that we have a lot of kind of controversial topics that we're going to get into tonight. But before we do,
Yes.
let's go ahead and share that awesome song, the Journey of Love track that you did with your mama. And everybody, please take a listen. If you look it up, you'll see that it looks like this. It is an original drawing artwork created by moi. And the whole concept is young spirit and just hanging on to your youth and just expressing, it's your journey of love, finding out who you are. And that's another thing. What can you break down what the song Journey of Love particularly means to you?
Yes, Journey of Love, I had the inspiration to create it because I was surrounded by people my age, a lot of teens who constantly spoke about very mature topics, and I just wanted to keep things wholesome and innocent. And it was too many teens that would speak interesting things. And so I was like, I want to create a song that helps people remember their youth and helps people to really just focus on not rushing things in life. Don't rush getting into marriages or having kids or talking about sexual things. Enjoy life, enjoy your journey of love for yourself. The Journey of Love song is really for you, your journey of love.
And this applies to people of all ages, not just for kids,
yes,
even though it has it's, because, and it's not something to discourage a person from dating or falling in love. It just has to do with, do it naturally. It's more fun that way.
Don't obsess over it.
Don't obsess over it. Just love yourself and enjoy your journey, because then you'll find something that is everlasting, something that's, that makes you blush and that, will last longer than just a one-night stand. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it.
Cannot rush greatness. Easy breakers, easy laying, man, that's tasteless. If you want a good, bad one to take over and start a new thing in this industry, yeah, I know you've had your ups and downs.
Well, same for this cute bang bang.
And things just getting started in this life. Hell yeah, ain't no rush just to be some player's wife. I'm here to tell you it ain't true. First discover you, do you, before you plan to be somebody's boo. With me, if you a lover and you got so much to discover, I'm a romance and not a player. I'm on a journey of love. Come with me if you're a lover and you got so much to discover. I'm a romance and not a player. I'm on a journey of love. Sick and tired of the rush. Hopeful girls and boys jumping to conclusions over a little tiny blush. Not really sure what's the fuss. Talking marriage, babies, that's too much. They don't realize when it finally happens, things are tough. Instead, enjoy your youth. Learn who you are, learn your truth. Finding teens who think like me, it's hard to come by from what I've seen. I'm thinking who's at fault? All these misconceptions on what it means to be young and free. Y'all need to wake up, stop, chill. Don't be in a hurry to grow up for real. It's coming fast. And there ain't no rewind button, no going back to the past. Travel, make your life worthwhile. Stay true to you. It's your life. Can no one walk that mile? My round table only has a few. Growing those who thought they grew. Teaching those who thought they knew. Hard times we all go through. Woe is me for all of you. I won't tiptoe around none of you. You're on a quest, a journey of love. Go with me if you're a lover and you got so much to discover. I'm a romance and not a player. I'm on a journey of love. Come with me if you're a lover and you got so much to discover. I'm a romance and not a player. I'm on a journey of love. That's right, love who you are before you even invite another into your heart. See, you're a star. Your journey's quite afar. Being Aladdin, not at your far. Be a Simba, no becoming a sky. Flying to the moon, don't be breaking my heart. Love like an asteroid breaking it apart.
So as you grow, love will come when you know it. And yet you least expect it catches you on the low.
But I ain't bound to giving so easily. You gotta climb up high for His majesty.
Keeping peace in my mind,
That's your harmony.
So see, just simply concentrate on yourself, you'll soon attain.
Wake up tomorrow, start on a new clean slate. Go have fun.
Don't
peer pressures, enjoy this young day with me. If you a lover and you got so much to discover, I'm a romance and not a player. I'm on a journey of love. Come with me if you a lover and you got so much to discover. I'm a romance and not a player. I'm on a journey of love. It's your girl Lily, Goddess, and the one and only Jasene.
Ooh, it's somebody's debut. Oh, congratulations, girlfriend. That's my baby. That's my mama. That's my baby. So what's next, Jassie? That is a great song. She dabbed. That was dab. I had fun working on that song with you, and I look forward to working on some more music material with you in the future, beautiful lady.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
And you
excited
got a
to-
chance to perform that on stage live.
Yes, it was so fun. My debut day. It was awesome. My first time. Well, it wasn't my first time performing on the stage, but it was my first time singing professionally on a stage, and it was with my beautiful mother. Couldn't get it any better
At the
than that.
Orpheum.
At the Orpheum.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see what we got. Oh, thank you, Liz. You over here dancing. You flopping your foot over there. I love you. Do that split, girl. Do that split. I know you how to do, Lizzie. Do that split. Do that split. Vernon says, beautiful. A lot of children don't get the chance to work so closely with their parent or parents. How does that make you feel knowing you have that experience that a lot of kids don't get? Good question.
That's a really good question. I do feel blessed. Actually, that's something I have thought about often. You know, I've known a couple of people where, you know, a kid will want to work with their parent on something, the parent doesn't want to listen, or maybe the parent might want to work with the child with something like their own personal business, but the child doesn't want to work with them, and it's just it's really hard to come by. And then, but personally, I feel very blessed to be able to work with my mother, especially from a very young age. And due to that, I've been able to learn a lot. So if anyone who's young and you know, you're thinking about working with your parent on something, go ahead and do it. You know, go for it, because being able to work alongside with your parent will be able to teach not only you but your parent. Like, both of you will be able to learn things together, and on top of that, you'll be able to bond and be closer than ever. So I'd say go for it.
I feel like I have learned from you also as an artist, and Lord knows I've learned a lot from you that I had no idea I was going to learn. I was like, I'm learning this from my young.
Oh
What?
no!
You do? Yeah. Hey, you know, much love. We learn. You're keeping me current, and I'm like,
It's
okay,
amazing what you come across on the internet.
I'll be on the internet, and I'm like, I guess I'm not on the internet enough. I don't know. You know what? I really commend you on your bravery with getting on the stage. It's not easy for everybody to get on stage, first and foremost. But you have been on stage since you was a little booba, and you was doing, you know, ballet, tap, and jazz. So, and you went to the school in Crystal River, known as Sharper Image, and you had lots of different experiences kind of to get you ready, your body with you. So you've been dancing since a young age.
Ooh.
You've had a chance to be on stage. What do we got here? What artists would you hope to work with in the future? That's another question we got to go and ask.
Oh my God. Gee whiz, there's so many. I mean, of course I'd have to say I hope to work with BTS one day, you know. Hopefully a girl could dream. Also, there's so many talented people I want to work with. There's not only singers, rap artists, actors, actresses, dancers. Like there's so many people. I can't name all of them at the top of my head, but definitely, of course, BTS is the first that comes to mind. Because I really like the content that they put out, and they stand for loving yourself and going on your self journey of love for you. That's what they mainly advertise, and that's why I'm so drawn to them. And of course, I want to work more with my mama over here. That will never stop happening, never. So, but yeah, I can't think of any. There's so many.
And it's an honor to work with a Virgo because they are so difficult to impress. I know this first and foremost because also my sister, my older sister, is a Virgo, and I'm like, oh my God, if they say
I'm
something
not
is
that
good,
bad. I'm an August Virgo.
if a Virgo likes something, they mean it. It's authentic. Because again, like you mentioned many times to me, you don't have time to play around and to work, work with lies.
To sugarcoat things.
Sugarcoat things, all that jazz. So this kind of song is really nice. Is it like kind of setting the tempo for the next song that you're gonna do?
I would say so, yes, definitely.
So we can look forward to something that's like upbeat, an upbeat tempo, something like that.
Yes.
Probably faster. Will you be doing any songs that are a little bit slower tempo at any time in the future?
I would like to. Someday I would like to. Yeah, totally.
Okay. Now we're gonna rip this Band-Aid off. We're gonna jump into a very controversial subject, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of things going around in social media, a lot of misinformation, correct?
Yes.
And it's particularly about what?
Furries and Therians. And if you don't know what any of those things are, I will go right into it. So first of all, furries, what we have up on the screen right here, these are furries. If you don't know, furries or the furry community is a community that's based around art and literature, writing, and basically you make your own character and create a mascot suit, pretty much. But we don't call them mascot suits. We don't call them outfits. We call them fursuits. So yes. And then, of course, we have, yes, more furries. Now, a lot of furries have been getting a lot of hate and threats even. So that's another reason why I really wanted to talk about this today, because I want to at least try my best to put out more information out there that's actually reliable.
Are furries the same as mascots?
I would have to say the concept of a furry is pretty much the same as a mascot, yes, except it's your own creation, pretty much. You're sporting your own character. And what you're seeing here, these are normal furry animals. There are animals that the furry community creates. Like they'll have dragons mixed with cats or something like that, and there will be a really big lore, but we could get into that another time.
And this, for an example.
Yes. So what makes a furry, like a fursuit, is it's pretty much like a helmet, right? So the helmet has like a lot of foam and things like that. And most of the time, the furries will create their own persona. So like what you're seeing here, they created that with their own hands. You could find people online to create your persona, your fursuit, but that's going to be very costly. And they're also very hot. So you got to give them some credit. These are artists. These are creators. Nothing more, nothing less. And yes. See, so like you could have a cat in like a cool suit, that sort of thing. Again, being a furry is being an artist. You create your own character and you wear your character, almost like cosplay, in a way.
So, and these particular type of artists who create these costumes, these furry outfits, they're getting confused with these folks.
Therians. So Therians are a completely different community. They are not connected to furries whatsoever. As you can see, there's a complete difference. There's no helmet-like mask. It's really just a mask that you put on your face. And especially Therians, if you are a Therian or a part of the Therian community, it is a what's the word I'm looking for? Mother help, that word, it left me.
Well, Lizzie says some furries give others a bad name, and that's true for anybody. Just like,
Yeah.
I mean, how we can basically apply that statement to anything. Some artists give other artists a bad name. Some actors give other actors a bad name. Some contractors give other contractors a bad name. Some doctors give other doctors a bad name. You can apply that to anything in life. People can just suck sometimes, and they make things bad for other people, and they can the corrupt likes to spread that corruption and taking something that's innocent, that's really not meant to bother anybody. It's just they're artists and they're having fun, literally just having fun. And of course people want to relate everything art that's very artsy to a mental disorder. And I said, well, first thing I can say to that is, hey, listen, people, if it wasn't for the artists, you would have nothing nice to look at besides the beautiful nature that in which God created, which that's beautiful too. You wouldn't have films, you would not have music, you wouldn't have these things to criticize and bash.
I remembered the word, it came back.
Praise the Lord.
So Therians, being a Therian is an identity, whereas being a furry is an art form. So as you can see, Therians, they can do quadratics or quadrobics. I forgot how to say it, but it is a real sport where you run on all fours. But Therians like to use it as a form to let out, as they say, their inner animal. And now, how Therians, yes, there's a lovely picture right there. They're able to jump, leap, run, all on fours. Now, there are 4 things that make someone a Therian. There is the psychological part, the neurological part, biological, and spiritual part. So, just because you see a Therian running out in an open field, don't judge them right away, because there could be one of these 4 reasons why they are a Therian. So, one of the reasons is a Therian could be a Therian because they mainly relate to an animal on a spiritual level. They feel like they were probably an animal in their past life. And for the most part, what makes a Therian is they do not feel human whatsoever. They don't feel fully human. Whereas with furries, it's just an art form. So we're starting to see the differences here. There are Therians who are also part of the furry community. You know, they could have a fursona, but that does not mean that every furry is a Therian or every Therian is a furry. There is a big difference, and I want people to be able to differentiate the both. And here's a big reason why. Yes. So we have a lot of people, horrible, terrible people hiding in certain communities. And what the Therians and furries both do not stand for are zoophiles. Zoophiles are people who are sexually attracted to animals. That is not what a furry is, and that is not what a Therian is. You could ask any Therian or furry. If you say they are pro zoophile, that no, you will never find that. I can guarantee you. And so yes.
So a
But
lot of
I
misinformation all over the web and the internet, and you know, people are so quick to take to TikTok and get all this most of their information from TikTok. And I'm like, listen, you're
yeah.
not going to get all this education from TikTok. You know, that's doing that.
Mm-hmm.
That's like relying on bumper sticker knowledge, people. Or, you know, you go to the
Yeah.
store and you look at a bunch of stickers and, oh, look, I'm smart because I just read something off of a sticker. Honey, expand your horizon, get your knowledge further out than what it is. Definitely, I think it's really important to explain and not spread misinformation. People can
Mm-hmm.
ruin it for everybody else. And there's perverts out there, but
Yes.
these people are not the perverts. They are artists, and this is what they do. But because you have
Mm-hmm.
some people that like to ruin it for everybody else, you're gonna get people to take advantage of that,
Mm-hmm.
and
So
that's sad.
another thing that differentiates the two furries and Therians is most of the time, and what I'm saying right here, you could, if you don't want to hear it from me, you could look up PD, literally just PD on YouTube. I got most of my notes from him when I was studying about Therians, and I think he explains it beautifully. And if you want something to read instead of listen to, you could check out this Google source I have right here at researchgate.net. And there are 5 authors who wrote and researched Therians, furries, and another little thing I'll add in, otherkin or other hearts. So if you want to research on your own, you could go look at what I just told you. Again, that's PD on YouTube or researchgate.net. You could do some of your own research. But some things I will say is for Therians, again, what PD says, being a Therian is for the most part a mental disorder. For the most part. Which is why you have to really look into or get to know Therians. Again, there are 4 ways you could get to know a Therian or why someone's a Therian. Sometimes it's not all mental, sometimes it could be spiritual. Again, somebody could be so connected to a past life animal that they almost feel like they have to let it out somehow. Is zoophilia like bestiality? Pretty much, yes. It's just another word for it.
Yeah, it's a good question, Lizzie. She says, "Isn't zoophilia like bestiality?" Yes, it is very. It's another word, just like how they try to use another term for pedophiles. They try to say minor attracted persons. It's the same in that.
It's this.
Yeah, it's the same thing,
Yeah.
just another word. Tomato. Thank you so much for breaking that down. And I know that there's so much more to it because, you know, nothing's ever black and white.
Oh,
And there's
yes.
so much more to put on this canvas. So when did you start noticing that that this needed to be more spoken on and clarified?
Okay, so literally not too long ago, I was on YouTube, and apparently there are schools right now as we speak. There are schools out there that are allowing kids to come to school in full fursuit or Therian gear. Therian gear is their masks and their like paws that they make and stuff. And first of all, I would like to say that, and this is to other furries and Therians, there is a time and a place for everything. Now, I'm speaking out for furries because I am a furry myself. I'm not a Therian, but I am a furry, and I'm speaking out for everyone, really. You know, I do want furries to get better recognized and Therians to be more understood. But I also want to send a message to both communities that there is a time and a place for everything. Can you go to a park in your fursona or Therian gear? I'd say so. It's it's a park. But I don't think school is the place. I don't think a workplace is the place. Again, for not only your safety, but for everyone else's as well.
And also, it's kind of like also there's a difference between just cosplayers, because as you know, we also have a show called Animal Club where we wear, animal ears and a tail and whatever we like, but we're not Therians, we're not anything. It's just literally a cosplay, and we're putting on a show and just being cute. And that's something that I started in 2012. So to this day, I'm wondering, with what would somebody looking at Animal Club think? They would immediately assume that
they would assume furry or Therian. And please, I need everybody watching this to please listen very carefully to me. Just because you put on ears and a tail does not make you a furry, and it does not make you a Therian. You're just simply wearing ears and a tail. And this is for there are some very horrible people out there where, and this is another thing I wanted to talk and touch on. For anyone wearing ears, anyone in a fursuit, anyone who's a Therian, everybody basically wearing something remotely close to something like an animal, there have been death threats to people who either are cosplaying with just ears. Furries have been getting death threats, and Therians. And one of the most common thing said and found is basically, for instance, there was a video on the internet, and a Therian was just in their own backyard. Somebody saw the Therian, and they were like, "Oh, it's hunting season." Basically, it's not a joke. It's not supposed to be like, "Oh, haha, yeah, like because you're an animal or pretending to be an animal." No, that is a death threat, like an actual death threat. There have been Therians, there have been furries, or even just cosplayers who have been getting death threats. So if you are in any of these communities, the cosplay community, or the other two that I've stated, and you hear somebody say, "Oh, it's hunting season,"
that's
run.
not good.
Don't. That person's dangerous. That person is threatening you.
Yeah, that's not even cool. It's people can take things out of context and take it too far, and that's on both sides. People, there's people who will ruin it for something that was meant to be a cute thing, something adorable, and something that they meant no wrong, no harm. And that's infiltration. The way to destroy something is infiltration. And you want, and
it's the same with the zoophiles and the people who are into bestiality. They're hiding. They're trying to be like, "Oh, I'll just go in the furry community, or I'll just go in the Therian community." No, they don't want you. They don't claim you. They don't. Nope. That's not it.
And also, again, like you said, not everybody has autism who is in any of these communities.
Yes. So, thank you for bringing that up again. One thing but before we get into the more psychological aspect of Therian, the other thing with the whole school aspect is there are kids. I forgot the YouTube video, but you can look it up. It's very easy. Kids protesting at school against furries, and they were not furries, they were Therians. Another reason why I want to show everyone how to differentiate. So these kids can be seen in the video protesting, and they're outside their school, they're not in school, and they're basically saying, "Get rid of furries, get rid of the furries, stop." Which, one thing's for sure, again, time and place. School ain't it. Secondly, the children were reporting that these furries, they were not furries, these furries were scratching and biting them. First of all, that's not okay.
And you could also tell, how the heck is a furry going to scratch you when the person's real hands are inside those mittens? That's how you could tell.
Exactly.
Furry, completely furred up, and then a Therian, completely. They got a little bit more access with their fingers. Completely different. And then and ladies and gentlemen, you could see for yourself, the difference between a furry. Look at the outfit. Look at how it looks. Look at how the design is.
They're in something. They're in a mascot outfit.
This is their design. This is their design. Okay. Now, when we get over here, this is a Therian, completely different.
Therians have more of a mask that they put on.
It's all the same. They're all dressed like animals. I think it's all the same. It's all a mental disorder. You're lumping a bunch of people together, and you're forgetting that individuality is a thing.
Yeah, it's not fair for anyone in those communities. I mean, even for, again, cosplayers get called furries, and they're like, no. Or some people will put on ears and a tail and be like, look, I'm a furry now. No, you aren't. Right. No.
Right.
But again, back to the school thing. So these children, they were complaining that these furries were biting and scratching them. Automatically, I paused the video and I looked up and I'm like, they're not furries, they're Therians. And especially one of the kids mentioned they run around on all fours. Therian. Now, of course, not every Therian runs around on all fours, but most of them do. And I just want to let anyone who's watching this know, if you are in school, you see someone running around on all fours, that's called quadratics. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but basically, first of all, it's an actual sport. You can look it up. And secondly, again, those are Therians. But these kids were very adamant. They were saying, furry, furry, furry. So now, the video shifted over to an actual furry, and they were saying, they were getting me confused with what people should know as Therians. And now, if I'm outside taking pictures in my fursuit, people are going to think badly of me. People are going to think wrongly of me because of a few bad apples in a different community.
No, it's not right. I think I would also have to relate the whole situation to the difference between a stripper and a pole dancer. You have people who take off their clothes and people who do not take off their clothes, but they do it as a sport and in competitions. And these ladies and gentlemen really, they're acrobats. They put on a show, and it doesn't matter if it says erotic or exotic pole dancing, because they're not doing the same thing as a stripper would do. So a completely different atmosphere, completely different, set of rules and environment. These people are doing it for a competition. And I know because I am myself a pole dancer, and I like to incorporate that with my music. I like to sing while doing it. And I was doing it before, Shakira went and did her thing. It's just, these are mainstreamers. The mainstreamers are going to hit home records before we do. And then you have Jen Aiko, you have, not Jen Aiko, FKA Twigs, she did it, and then she incorporated it with her singing, and a bunch of other people started following afterwards. Of course, before that, I can't even say Britney Spears actually doing it, because she was in her music video, she was just kind of like just holding onto the pole, just walking around it. She wasn't really doing any tricks with it.
But see, that's the thing.
And furries, you see what I'm saying? Like, people will
confuse. Proves my point right there, because people will see pole and they don't see, okay, well, what are you using the pole for? Are you actually a stripper or are you a pole dancer? No, see, that's exactly what I mean. People will see ears and think you're a furry. Just because they've heard the word furry so many times, they think they know what a furry is. They think that, really, there's so many people who do not even understand.
Out of the loop. They don't get it.
They don't get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And Miss Jasene is going to continue to dive into some more of the details of this topic, as well as release some information on some of her new and upcoming artwork. She's also an artist who draws, she paints, she sketches, she does so much, and she has so much to offer. So please do not go anywhere, and we'll see you after this commercial break.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now. Please understand. Please understand.
Give me that plus side. Like a mathematician, you divide, we multiply. Juicy dick dot, shorty, you the sweetest pie. You ain't shy, I see you acting all brand new. Come bounce over my way, that's the move. Forget breaking rules, let's break a sweat. If I slide up in your DM, things are gonna get wet. Lift all that pound cake, you blast, so let's work. I can make dinner, and tonight you be a dessert. Put in work like cardio, and let's kick it. You murder every... I told myself I am legend like Will Smith. Ops beware, don't get smacked up like Chris. I tight grip on the mic like a soldier to a gun. So check the rhyme, son. You see, I stay unique, like I have no legs. I never see defeat. Brothers tripping when they step to me. So plugged in the game, they call me USB. I'm geared up like machinery. Speak hip hop fluently like Stevie. You wonder why you can't see me. Look, G, I invoke 16 bars of substance. They neither influence or under their influence. Resistance is futile. You about to get rammed through. But they know our rhythm, but they don't want our blues. So keep it real, keep it true. I gotta maintain. I'm a Super Bowl, you still playing 17 games. So no shame, I'm getting these MCs shook. I got you calling me captain, cause I got you hooked.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for not leaving. I hope you had a chance to go to the bathroom. Get yourself a drink, a soda, something, some water and some popcorn, whatever, and bring yourself back into your seat. And let's get into this show some more, because Lord knows these controversial topics is hard for so many people to come out and talk about, but we live dangerously.
Mm-hmm. So, now that we went over the portions that can help you differentiate, like the look, the outer part of everything, I wanted to go into a little more deeper topics concerning with the Therians. So of course, the information that I gave everyone about the YouTube channel that you could go look at, or the researchgate.net, where you could read everything there is to know. Which I read everything. I read every word, and I was like, yeah, that pretty much, I was thinking the same thing too. So I couldn't have written it better myself. But, so being a Therian, it is more of an actual identity. Again, Furries is an art form. But Therians, there are 4 things that go into the identity aspect. So the psychological portion of it could be how it works for, let's say, people who are transgender. Some Therians believe that they are actually an animal trapped in a human body. The neurological portion is basically Therians who have people who have gone through trauma and they are looking for an escape. And again, you could read on this. Biological is the state where you're surrounded by so many animals. Let's say you grew up around a lot of dogs, to where at such a young age you start kind of picking up on the animal traits, you know, the animals that you are around so often, the animals that you grew up with. Some people just somehow, I guess you could say, imprint and act out what they're around. And then the spiritual aspect is I mentioned this before, you could feel very connected to an animal spiritually. It could be your spirit animal, or again a real animal, and or it was an animal that you were in your past life, and quote unquote it's like seeping in through this life. You feel more connected to that past life than you do this one. Or again, it could be like the more spirit animal thing. So those are just that, and that's just a little bit. It goes deeper, like it goes a lot deeper. So again, if you want to know a lot more, go check out PD on YouTube, and he will explain it into detail. I got all of my notes from him basically, and from the Google source researchgate.net. But those were just itty bitty little bits of those 4 categories, as to how or why someone could be Etherean. But on the furry aspect, there's really not too much to say. Furries are artists. They have like, I have a character. I haven't had a fursuit made yet because we're talking over the thousands to create. If you're having someone else create it, or even if you're creating it yourself, you're going to be spending a pretty penny on this. But if you do want to check out some furries on YouTube and kind of get to know them, I myself, I'm a furry, but you can also check out Zusho Wolf. He is actually a deaf furry. He's not able to hear anything, so he uses sign language. Again, that's Zusho Wolf, ZUSHO, and then Wolf. Another furry YouTuber that's my favorite that I've also gotten a lot of my furry knowledge from is Beta Eta Deleta. So that would be BETAETADELOTA. And he has like a life jacket and everything. Yeah, I love him so much. And he talks about all the things furry community.
All of the things.
And then the last one is another favorite of mine, Picari Roo. She is a soda kangaroo. That's right. She is a kangaroo that is also made of soda.
Oh my God, that's so cute. Lizzie has a quick question.
Oh.
She wants to know, what are the cosplayers considered that may be dressed as Ethereans? She corrected herself, Ethereans, but really aren't. How do you differentiate them? And then she corrected the Ethereans.
Okay, thank you. I was going to talk about that too. Thank you for reminding me. So there are some people who, let's say they walk on all fours and they have a Etherean mask or a animal-like mask. You just simply don't call them Etherean. They are cosplayers. So far from what I've researched, I could be wrong, but so far from what I've researched, they don't really have a name. They're kind of like cosplayers in a way. Not really a cosplayer, but they just kind of, you know. I don't think they have an actual name though.
Right.
But if I find it out, I'll put it in the comment section.
You mentioned that some people do it also for the aesthetic. They just want to wear.
Yeah,
they don't belong to a community. They just want to wear cute pair of ears.
Yeah, there are, of course, aesthetics. And I've always said I love aesthetics, but some people take it too far and they actually will try to be part of a community, and they're not actually. They're not supposed to be there. And
there's a lot of that going on, people.
For an aesthetic.
A lot of that. The person's not really part of the community. We don't claim them. There's a lot of that going on. So thank you so much. And then Lizzie wants to thank you also for setting the record straight.
Oh, right. But with Picari Roo, you could spell her name P-O-C-A-R-I Ariroo. So she is a soda kangaroo. And Zusha Wolf, he's a space wolf. He's got a space outfit on and a wolf head. And then Beta Eta Deleta, I think he's a wolf with a life jacket. I just know him for his life jacket. So basically they make videos where they go to like furry conventions. They also go to anime conventions every once in a while, but mainly furry conventions. He'll talk about the history of furries, and all we call it breeds of furry, where and it's an artistic term, where some people, they'll be like a normal wolf or even a lion, or they'll make up their own breed of something, which is really cool because some of them make it closed. And what that means is it basically, you cannot copy their creation. So a closed animal, or like a closed fursuit, is like they create, like, let's say example, a cool dragon mixture with a bear or something, and they're like, I like this and I put a story behind it, but I don't want anyone else to create this. Then it's called a closed. It's just closed. Then there's the open portion. Yeah, copywritten. The semi-open portion of in the furry community is, you can create something like their creation, but you have to ask them for permission. And you have to get kind of like rights and things like that. And then, of course, everybody's favorite, the open portion of furries, or the furry community. So sometimes there will be a creator and they create a whole different type of furry. You know, or as we like to say, a whole new species. There's one, I forgot the name of it. Dang it, I should have written it down. I can't remember the name. But basically, long story short, just to get to the point. An open species is basically whoever creates a character, you can create a character like that character, and it's free for everyone. If you are someone who creates a bear with a wolf type creation, other people could create it too. They can have fun, put their own spin on it too. So there are actual rules and regulations in the furry community, because again, these are characters and people's creations. So
would you ever consider doing a song or music video dedicated to any of these communities?
Yes, definitely. I'm actually I'm just telling you guys. You guys come here. Don't tell anyone.
Exclusive, everybody.
Exclusive. It's just between us. I'm making a song dedicated to Therians.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The FlawlessDreams Radio Show.
If you are a Therian and you would like to submit a video of yourself doing quadratics and you want to be featured in a music video, contact me at jasene.cruz@yahoo.com and we will set you up and put you in the music video when it comes out.
Just send us your video clip of yourself, in your element, and Jasene over here will definitely, fit you in. Yes. If you find that you do not make the cut in this video, please don't fret. There'll be other videos to come and other opportunities for us to get you your recognition, your furry, your Therian. Now, are you going to be doing something that shows the Therians together with the furries, or just one for furries, one for Therians?
I think I might do one separate. So one for the Therians and one for the furries. And one for the cosplayers.
Yeah, one for the cosplayers, and then maybe one that ends with all of them together, like just waving, showing the differences. Like once people really start to understand what the differences are, then people will be able to enjoy them much better. And do you have any other works of art that you really want people to know that exists?
Yes. I draw, do a little bit of drawing. Just a tad bit. I do have an art Instagram, but there's nothing on it, which is why I didn't advertise it. But there will be some stuff on it soon. I will start advertising when things are uploaded. But yes, an art Instagram, and I will be featuring all of my drawings. I like to dabble around in all sorts of things like watercolor, charcoal, or even just a simple pencil. Most of the time, I just draw with a simple pencil and nothing more. So, if you're interested, you could go and check that out. You'll also be able to see some of my artwork on my personal Instagram that is featured here, Jasene_Cruz. So go and check out that. That Instagram pretty much has like everything. Has a bit of my music, has a bit of my modeling, has a bit of my gaming, has a bit of my art. I sprinkle a little bit of everything in that one. So.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please take a look at some of her artwork. You can explain to us a little bit about this one. This piece is very nice.
Yes. Okay. So this is definitely one of my bigger art pieces that I've done. It is a jungle piece. So as you can see at the bottom, there is a tiger, a chibi tiger, and a chibi panther. And at the top, there is a chibi toucan. And there is a fun surprise. There's a fun surprise to this. When I do start selling this, because this is going to be a piece that I will start selling, there is going to be a daytime version and a limited edition nighttime version that's glow in the dark. So stay tuned for that one.
Is so cool. And then what about this one? Now it's sideways. Forgive me.
Yeah, everybody, crack your necks.
Turn your head to the side. Sideways.
So this one is called the Hummingbird, and I wanted to showcase merging a hummingbird and a boat together because one night I felt like it was a good random idea. And so far, it's another big piece of mine, and I really love it. As you can see, you could make out the parts of a hummingbird. The tails are the masts at the back. And the eye, you can see the eye is the window at the front. And the beak of the hummingbird is the frontal part, as you can see there. You can see the wing. And you could even see a propeller that looks like a flower. And those little 3 ball-like things represent pollen, but they're really like energy ball type things. So I did put some scientific stuff behind this picture. I put a lot of scientific thought and engineering. This one definitely is another favorite piece of mine. It's more of a cyborg or cyber type piece, which I would love to put this on a t-shirt one day. Who knows? And yes, these will all
these are copywritten. So if we find y'all trying to take this idea, we already know who we're coming from.
Yes, it's copywritten. These all rights to me. These are mine. And then this is actually the profile picture of my art account. So it is me. It's me with wings in space, with clouds. It's got some elements that I love. Of course, wings are one of my favorite elements. Space, stars, and there's a bunch of my favorite flowers called wisteria flowers. They're my favorite.
This is so deep and intricate.
Yes, and this one. This was actually for an Arttober event that I did, I think, back in 2019. And you can find this on my Instagram, my personal one that we showcased before, Jasene_Cruz. Now, with this piece, I wanted to symbolize that, you see this big, scary wolf guy, and you might think, oh my gosh, he's scary, but no. Look, he's holding a tiny little flower.
He's holding a cute little glowy flower.
He's okay. He's just a big guy.
That reminds me of my dad.
Yeah. Then this one, This piece is called, and it's actually named, it's called Fade with the Stars. And you ever have that feeling, I don't know if it's just me, being artsy, but you ever have that feeling where you just fade away into your music, that sort of thing? Like you're listening to music and you're on a different reality. The music is taking you away. You're like, oh man,
I feel it fade. It came to my mind.
But yeah, so in this piece you could see a girl is fading away. Her skin is becoming like stardust, and she's literally being blown away into the depths of space.
Lizzie wants to know,
can people ask for
special requests? Oh, you go ahead.
Can people ask for special requests to order from you? Yes, I would love that. Totally. But I am still working out my pricing and the details for my pricings. So, but yes, I'm definitely going to take commissions. This was also part of. This is also part of the event. The event that I did with the wolf. This one you'll also see on my Instagram, and I believe the title for this one is Fairy Circle. A fairy circle you will actually find in nature is a ring of mushrooms. If you ever see a ring of mushrooms, it's actually called a fairy circle. And so I drew or painted a witch inside a fairy circle holding a fairy.
It looks like you. And Little Ninja says those are amazing.
Thank you.
And they are. I think we're gonna have like a part 2 and bring you back to the show, Miss Jasene Maria Cruz. Now, y'all can also find Jasene on IMDb Pro. She's an actress. She is a model. She's a singer. She's a rap artist. She's an all-around
artist. If it's
art,
I do it. If it's art, I will try to do it.
She's doing
I'll
it.
dip my foot in it.
She gonna dip her foot in it. It's art. That's what it is. She says, I'll have to order my shrew character sometime. Ooh.
Totally. I had
a good time drawing the shrew myself. Or I drew somebody holding a magazine of the shrew. What was it? It's on my Instagram. Liz, you probably remember who. I just can't remember who. Who was it? Who was up? Was it Marilyn Monroe? One of them was holding the shrew magazine. It was all tiny. I had to get every little detail and everything. It's very fun.
I did want to add that.
Oh, thank you.
On my YouTube, I will also I want to start covering videos for furries and Therians, so more in detail with the furries as well. So, because I am a furry, so expect to see more furry content.
I love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time. Show is from 6 to 7, and we try to keep it tight so that everybody can stay, get back to their next thing that they have going on. I love everybody. Jasene, go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you on all social media platforms. And also, will we be seeing you again for a part 2?
Yeah, I definitely have a lot of things I want to cover as well. A lot of things I want to be made known. So yes, definitely expect me. Definitely. And even if it's not explaining intricate things like this out, even if it's just music or something of the arts, I will be back. Just know that.
We'll be back. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger says, I'll be back.
You can find me at my main social media outlet, Instagram, at Jasene_Cruz. And you can find me on Twitter at Jasene_Cruz. TikTok, if you want some ASMR videos and unboxing videos, at _Jasene_Cruz_. And of course, my YouTube channel, Jasene. Simply Jasene.
Playing lots of games. I mean, you're a gamer too. That's and what kind of games you play? Let everybody know.
I definitely love. I'm not picky about my games, but the games that I do showcase are Genshin Impact mostly. And I hope to showcase more League of Legends, Fortnite, and a lot more. I play as much as I can.
Awesome. Lizzie says, great seeing you, baby doll. So proud of you.
Thank you, Miss Lady. I love you.
Brennan says, we know where to find you. LOL. Now, you know what? I think I want to relate Miss Bernadette to what is it? A bloodhound. Because if there's any information that you need her to scavenge, she will find it.
Oh,
And that's I love about her.
one more thing I want to add before I get out of here. I got to tell you all that I recently opened a gaming Discord. All of you may join. It's all gamers and it's toxic free. If anyone is acting out of line, you're getting the boot. You're getting out. So far I think we have over 30 members so far. Mom is in there too. And basically, if you ever just don't want to game alone and you want to find a group of people or you want to get a team, you know, the name of
Toxic free.
Toxic free, yes. So if you want to find me, huh? If you want to find the Discord server, it is called PCG, short for Passing Cloud Gaming. So go and find the Discord server and let's game together sometime.
Okay, all right. And wave everybody good night and give them kisses until next time.
Until next time.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in tonight. Go ahead and follow Miss Jasene, Miss Jasene Maria Cruz on all social media platforms. She's doing so many things, also appearing in another magazine, the Flawless Dreams magazine, for the first time with an interview and actually delving into it. I mean, the first one, there was information, a little bit of an interview, but this one it takes it to a new level because she's also sharing with you a lot of her gaming information. So that's also exciting. Also, where you can find her on all social media platforms again. We want to keep you in the loop so that you know what to expect, what's coming, and when it's coming. All right. I love you all. Flawless Dreams Radio Show, keeping you locked into what is going on currently with the independent musicians, artists, actors, models, etc. Entrepreneurs, shout out.